What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Talker J. Here again with my co-host George.
What up?
Hope y'all had an amazing day, and like I always say, hope y'all accomplished what y'all set out to do today and every week. And if you're feeling down, just know we care and we love y'all. Cause without you, this wouldn't be possible. Like and subscribe. Today we're gonna talk about a recent movie we just watched, which was the Bob Marley biopic called Bob Marley One Love. Originally just came out 1 year ago, if I remember correctly, George.
A little more than that. It's actually because it's 2026 now. That was back in 2024.
So
yeah,
2 years.
Yeah.
Today's video is gonna be our thoughts and our reaction to it. So for me, it was a good movie, although I wish it would have went into more detail about his early life. But other than that, I resonated with it a lot. And my review, I'll give it a 6 to 6.5, only because I wish there was more, or rather there was an in-depth look at his early life, not just the peace concert that he did in Jamaica.
Yeah. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I agree. I would have liked for them to go a little bit more into his past, into his early life. I think a little bit more context would have been nice for the story, because some of the scenes, without the context of like exactly where it is or when it was or what's happening, made some of the storyline a little bit confusing for me, especially since they did bounce back and forth between what was his flashbacks as well as what seemed like flashbacks were not actually flashbacks, but more so a vision that I don't want to give away any of it, but you'll see, especially in the different scenes that he has, that you'll see it makes it kind of not really apparent what's going on until later on in the film, that okay, that wasn't even a memory, that was a vision. And I feel that given the importance of the time period in which they did speak about him, I wish they gave a little bit more context as to what was going on. They touched on the assassination attempt in the movie. They did cover it, but they didn't really speak anything about the context so much of it. The fact of who was even possibly ordered to doing it, how there's alleged CIA connections, and all these other things that I don't even think the prime minister nor the opposition leader were mentioned by name. And these were actually very, very important figures in the political space, because that's the whole reason why he was even having that peace concert in the first place, was to try to quell a lot of the political instability. I feel like it was, even though the political instability shaped the actual story itself, I feel like it kind of sat as a backdrop for the story and not really a part of it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and also, I would have liked to, because they did cover this in the movie, but they didn't really go in depth with it, how he was drawn into Rastafarianism. Yes, they do have a scene where he listens to the guy preaching, but we don't see his full transition into that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like it's alluded to. Yeah, I could definitely say like it was alluded to. Like Rita introduced him to the preacher, so yeah. But I think that is something they could have went more into. I agree, especially seeing as Rastafari was such a key part of his
life and music and
like
culture.
Yes, in fact, they said in the story itself, right? In the movie, that was a part of that's what they're doing. It's the message. They're pushing a message. The whole reason why they're making the music is to push the message of Rastafari. And in fact, towards the end, where he said the messenger must become the message itself. So it's like he spoke the message itself, but there was maybe just one quote from Marcus Garvey. And Marcus Garvey is a high prophet within the Rastafari. You got, Haile Selassie was maybe mentioned once or twice, but they didn't mention why, or even
what threw him into Rastafarianism.
Yeah, that there's a lot more. I feel like they could have delved into that instead of just him just always having a split.
I feel like with this Bob Marley movie, they only wanted to cover that certain time period, so they took like certain liberties with the movie itself. Now, I did see an interview with his son Ziggy, who did produce it. So on one hand, yes, they took some liberties, but honestly, I feel like this was a more faithful adaptation to any biopic that I've seen.
I could see that. No, absolutely, and I can definitely say it was very well shot. The cinematography was beautiful. I did like the visuals. I liked how the pacing of the story. It did have one or two slow moments, but overall it was a very good paced story. So I did enjoy that fact. But just like you said, because of the fact that it was this time period, and I think because it was such a pivotal time period, not just in his musical career, but even
Jamaica on a whole.
Yeah, I really feel like they could have, I think they showed, oh yeah, Bob Marley, he brought the people together. He was a part of a movement, but I don't think it really hit just how big Bob Marley was as a person.
I feel like for this movie, they should have showed the criminal side of Jamaica, because they cover. They do cover it, but lightly surface level. They don't go deep into what I feel like they should have went deep in. They should have gone into more the criminal aspect. No, I know this is not a cop movie, but I feel like exploring the criminal aspect of Jamaica would have made it more poignant to what Bob Marley was trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff he saw and he did when he was starting his career fairly early in Jamaica.
I could see that, absolutely. I think and exactly, the stuff that they alluded to in there, but yeah, I think they could have definitely gone more into it and just how, because I would go as far as to say, if they're gonna talk about politics, to talk about the music and talk about crime, that they should talk just how intertwined criminal and political elements were. Yeah, because it was believed that the people that tried to assassinate him were in fact gangsters that were affiliated with a political party that specifically wanted to silence him because of his political beliefs. So yeah, I don't think that was really emphasized enough.
And then there's one scene in the movie that struck me, because remember that scene when he went to audition with the Wailers?
Yeah. And
they pulled the gun on him. I would have liked to see his backstory a little more.
Oh, the record shop owner or the producer guy, whatever he is. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like that. I'd like to know a little bit, I guess, a little more on Rita. Even just more about his family as a whole. I understand it was very specific.
And apparently, speaking of family, I think I saw a YouTube video where his daughter spoke out and like basically exposed him to the point where, yes, I didn't watch the full video. Quick disclaimer, but the thumbnail was like, he beat us. So I would have liked to see more of his family life, as you stated, and how he would have interacted with his kids.
Oh, I understand that.
But the one thing I'll give it, W archive footage.
Yeah, oh yeah, they had some great archive footage. I'll definitely give them that for it. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I could see that because especially if they were to go a little bit more into it, I feel that not to disparage the guy, but at least to humanize him more as a
don't
character.
make him a god, and don't make the people believe, oh, he was this righteous person when we all know people aren't just inherently good.
Yeah, it's the duality of man.
Yeah,
absolutely. So all in all, I guess I would give it 3 out of 5 stars. I said it was great cinematography, it was good pacing. All in all, beautiful movie. Felt like they could have really gone more in depth on certain points, especially because of what pivotal of a part it was. And yeah, but all in all, good. I would say I believe it's worth a watch if you got some extra time and you got a Netflix subscription. Check it out.
Sponsor us, Netflix.
yes.
My final thought on it is this. I wish there's more movies like this, but I wish they would take their time and to take in consideration that whatever famous person they're making biopics on, none of them is perfect. They're not all angels. They're not all saints. Each of us have the dark side. I feel like the main takeaway from this for me was they should focus on the bad as well as the good.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
Absolutely.
I'll change my rating. I gave it a 6 out of 10. I'll put it down to a 4 out of 10. Mainly because, as we stated before, they should have dug more into the circumstances surrounding him.
4 out of 10. Oh my, that is not good at all. All right.
I mean, you gave it a 3 out of 10.
No, I said 3 out of 5.
Oh.
Yes, that's like
my bad.
That's like around a 6 out of 10. But hey, I mean, if you really want to change it down, no problem. That's you, man. That's your rating. So, yeah. Well, yeah. Then I guess 6 out of 10, 4 out of 10. Hey, if you think it's worth your time, check it out.
And let us know if you agree with George's points in the comments.
Yeah.
We would love to chat with you guys in the comments. Whether you agree, whether you disagree. All good criticism is constructive. Anyway, let us know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. And see y'all boys tomorrow. Peace.